Hey everybody, it's Pjammalyfe with our review of Lanterns and Strange New Worlds. Let's go.
Tell me how you got it. The ring.
You know how I got it. I sure as hell didn't interview for it.
Oh, well, shit, maybe you should have.
I've been doing this since you were a baby. And the only way you're gonna get this ring is over my dead fucking body.
I think he likes me. Everybody is lying to us.
You're not leaving here till we find out what they're hiding.
The Green Lantern's oath is to protect people. We both know I do a better job of this than you.
I don't understand. Who are you exactly?
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Don't get it, John Stewart.
Hey everybody, it's Pjammalyfe, and with these two guys, David and Patrick, we're gonna review Lanterns. Lady's choice. Me. No. Patrick, your review.
Oh my god, it was so good. I thought this was absolutely one of the most intriguing bits of comic book. Although didn't actually watch the Green Lantern or read the Green Lantern or was that involved with it. I found this to be very wonderful as far as, we have the curmudgeonly mentor teaching the wannabe rookie. I don't know what's not to. What didn't you like about it, Pam? I'm curious now because this was really well done, I thought.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I can't believe what they did to Hal Jordan's character. It was not anything what I expected. Now, I will say the people doing this also did The Watchmen, that fantastic series a few years ago on HBO Max. And I think the guy was also involved with Lost and maybe Peacemaker. I'm trying to decide. And one of the guys was involved with Ozarks, another show I couldn't stand.
Oh my god, that was so good. Oh my god.
This is not, I just can't believe this is canon. And that this is something that is specifically Green Lantern, who's all about, manifesting fear. Why can't that MFer have a coat on? I'm sorry. How does someone who can fly in space then freeze to death on planet Earth snow? That's some bull crap. And it was, I didn't like Kyle Chandler's portrayal of Green Lantern. I thought it was very, very negative. He's a great actor, no doubt.
Yeah, he is.
But that doesn't mean this is the right vehicle. I am just horrified at the direction they're taking with this story. And I don't even know if I'm going to finish watching it. David,
well, okay, I'll watch it for you. Don't worry about it.
I'm sure.
It's good. It's so good. Everybody else be watching. Don't worry.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Dave.
Well, I got to tell you here, and Pat, we've certainly missed you as we usually, we have a two-way tie. And with that, our esteemed leader gets the final say on things. So there are three of us here. I agree with you both to an extent, but I like this show. I love Green Lantern. He's not your Ryan Reynolds, Hal Jordan, by any means.
That's right, which I loved. David and I both loved
We both love that movie. That movie was so bad on so many levels. They started filming and they had no script. They were halfway through the movie and they had no script. They watched a little bit of Top Gun and they did some goofy stuff. But this one, I like this. I love the Hal Jordan. As he is my Green Lantern. I was a little disappointed with some aspects of his untimely death at the beginning. We're going to see a lot of flashbacks of him in the Yoda role, I suppose.
Ugh.
But I thought this was well done. There are some aspects in some of the comics, and I'm not an expert on this by any means, where Hal Jordan had a bit of a more of a dark side than what we certainly saw in the Ryan Reynolds story. He even turned into a villain for a little bit. And the power of controlling the will, it does seemingly, they try to make it a little bit more in some of the comics to give it a little bit more challenge as to what it is to slip on the ring and to serve in this role. But I do enjoy it. I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of these episodes and seeing how it goes. And maybe we'll get some.
To do another season of True Detective. Just do another freaking season of True Detective, and not try to bring in.
There are some
Green
similarities. Yeah,
Lantern
I
to
can
that.
see that with it to an extent. But I do like Lanterns. I'm enjoying it. I am glad to see this as we go forward, and hey, let's make some more Green Lantern action figures. I meant to bring those up tonight. I got a few that I'm customizing. Anyway, watch this show. You will enjoy it. You can even do like a bundle with Disney Plus. Little plug there.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah, maybe they'll give us some sponsorship. But I don't know. I these two guys, I disagree, but they are always wrong. All right, up next, we have
When we disagree.
we have Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and baby, this is strange. Let's take a look.
I have many things I want to talk about. Hopes, dreams, fears. Perhaps what happens next will define everything.
I know what we are about to do is hard.
There is never any reason to do something alone when you need help.
There's too much at stake. The SOS was a trap.
We need to get off this ship. Everybody, hang on to something. Anything. Everything.
Let's save this ship and our friends.
Okay. Another no.
Oh my God.
Humongous.
For just the last episode or all episodes? All episodes or just the last episode?
That episode has brought down the franchise. And
Which one? You got to be more specific.
of course, the puppet episode.
It was kind of
ridiculous. And this show, I don't want to ever hear you two talk about canon again, because
Why?
it violates every bit of Star Trek canon.
How?
And it's
Cite the rules.
Trash.
Okay, you can't cite the rules.
Awful.
Cool.
This really is on the 60th anniversary of Star Trek. You have a show like this that is so
It's boldly
terrible.
going where no one has gone before.
It reminded me, I was at the salon and they had on Married with Children, right? So this was like the last couple of years of Married with Children when Fox was like, we don't care what y'all do. This is like somebody told these directors and executive producers, just do what you want. We're just trying to run out the contract. Paramount Plus has ruined Star Trek forever. I'll be surprised if there's another Star Trek after this trash. It's just complete waste of digital film. David, what do you think?
Well, season, and I have loved Strange New Worlds and Captain Pike. The cast, they've kind of, reimagined some of the core characters for better or for worse in some ways. I think Nurse Chapel is fantastic, but certainly different than the original. Our pilot, our helmsman, is fantastic. And I got to tell you, I was not liking this. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. We're going to do politically correct this. And she's wonderful. She's a great character. The performance by the actor is just tremendous. So the ensemble cast, Rebecca Romaine is great as number one that we saw for just so short a time in the Cage
Yep.
pilot that never was. And this season has shown us a host of different things that Star Trek can be. You got the time travel. You had I didn't fully get it, but you had the noir thing. You had a tremendous Ready for Halloween episode in the scary thing with that ship. Not necessarily my favorite aspect of genre, but I'm like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And then we had this episode. It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the Muppets on the Star Trek show tonight. I wish there had been that, or maybe a Klingon puppet. That would have been something. T'Pau was in this for some reason for a minute. I guess T'Pring. Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
but I mean,
this episode, and it showed you can do a lot of things with Star Trek. And this episode, in my mind, said there is a bridge too far, or for those people that we wish hadn't been, that hadn't made it, maybe a bridge too low. They survived it because we've got more episodes coming. But this was a disaster episode, and it certainly would make one to me. It certainly makes one question the direction of it when the first 3 seasons and 3 episodes of Strange New Worlds has been a lot of fun. But the Muppets, the puppets, even with bringing in the Orions, but the puppets really was jumping the shark kind of moment.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I mean, it hurt.
So 25% of the 25% of the episodes this season were rough. Yeah.
No,
I get it. No, yes, 25. It was 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4 was
no.
They were
just 100% miss.
I'm going to tell you why you're wrong, Pam, because you are wrong in this instance. This is what Star Trek was all about. It was about taking chances. Yes.
No, it was not about Muppets. It absolutely was
this is one episode. Okay. Are we talking about this one episode? I'm looking at the scroll through here, and it tells me that Strange New Worlds first half of season. So we're dealing with not just that one episode, but the rest of the episodes, right?
It's a big dump on the series.
No, is it a yes or no on that one?
It's I don't even know what the question is because
you
just
were talking,
said something that was absolutely crazy. So
the first half of a season 4, Stranger Worlds. That's what we're reviewing. We're not reviewing the last episode. We're reviewing the entire first part of the season, right?
No. That one you have to. It was so catastrophically.
I'm reading what the scroll says. So
is crazy.
It was a St. Peter's.
It was rough. I did not like that episode. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was the weakest episode I've seen so far. I'm not gonna. I could try to sugarcoat
of the entire franchise.
Nah, I don't know. There's some other ones that are pretty tough too. There's a lot of stuff in Discovery I was pretty.
Oh yeah.
But so I'm just gonna say that I will tell you that this show is doing what Star Trek has always done. It is pushing limits. It's done all kinds of things that were kind of. Oh my God! And they're doing an episodic thing, so you don't have to have this full season arc of everything. They're doing an episode of show, which it's self-contained, which is great because that way you can get in there and you can hate this one episode, but the first 3 were really good, I thought. And I'm just saying, hey, Barry Bonds didn't hit everything out of the infield. Sometimes he's
one saying,
but he's not.
This might be too far.
No, I like the fact that they're willing to take chances. You got to take chances because that's how you push the environment. If you just say safe and do the same thing over and over again, oh, we're going to fight the Klingons again. Yay. Oh no, it's the Romulans now. Oh, we've done this to death. They're doing new things.
Other stories. There's other
I like the risk taking that they're doing. I like the fact that they're willing to take a chance on something. This is what I like about this show so much.
Okay,
This is new stuff. It's great, and I will tell you, I like it. Any of you people watching this, watch this, and then come back
no,
and comment and tell Pam why
just
she's wrong.
just in the 60th year, you would think
It
they
doesn't
would have
matter.
stellar episodes that. And David, I have to disagree with you on one point. You said something about politically correct, which is a phrase that is a problematic phrase, because Star Trek always at its core dealt with societal issues that were uncomfortable. And they've done them in a way that was creative and made you think. Not like this, what they're doing right now, which is, it's just a mess. And so, yeah, I want to see them get back to talking about issues that matter in a space milieu or whatever. But using space as a metaphor for talking about what's really going on right now. And
And
is
that
what
and Star Trek always has done that.
excelled at. And this is a travesty to that legacy. And I don't have time to be watching freaking
One
Muppet.
episode was rough. One
And
episode. What? Talk about the one before it, the Kiara
no, I
Skuro
didn't
one.
like that one either.
Why? Why didn't you like that one?
Noir
The black and
episode.
white one. Yes.
It,
Why didn't you like that
because
one?
it's just like, oh, let's just throw something out there. There was no explanation as to why it was in black and white.
There was, but okay. Right in the very
I
beginning, they
watched
talk
that
about
thing
it.
twice.
There was
because I
one. It was
like,
weird,
why are
but yeah,
they
there was
doing
one.
this in black and white. Just all of a sudden,
It was
it's in
there.
black
It was
and white.
there.
The can't. And I'm sorry, but why is Leon? Why is she getting so much screen time? This is the descendant of Saints. Khan Noonien Singh, the biggest villain of the entire Star Trek, the one who almost brought the whole galaxy down. And now this chick is getting all this airtime. I'm like, what is this? Ugh. And
Well,
this is before Space Seed, but they know about her, and so it's just a mess. It's a mess. I don't know. Get back to the basics, Star Trek. Get back to what makes us love you, and not whatever foolishness is going on in these rooms.
I think that with the con aspect of it, because obviously, I mean, that was probably arguably the strongest of any of the Star Trek movies. Wrath of Khan, number 2 there was
And
brilliant the way it was
episode.
done. Yeah. Now I will say, I can see what you're saying there, and I'm like, well, how did they all figure this out? Because some of the people would have, because again, from you've got a relative around here, or that was here, depending on things. So I can see that. One thing, you're right on a couple things. Let me on the
right on everything.
with my comments. You're right. Star Trek has always done a superb job of using science fiction as a vehicle to address social issues, and and I think in a very positive way and an optimistic way, to say that humanity has overcome its challenges, have overcome our problems, whether racisms, political divisions, environmental issues, the Cold War stuff with nukes, etc. They've done that. I do want to go back and defend myself a little bit with the politically correct, the wokeism with the show. The first time we saw this Strange New World, after Discovery, was, I think, in some ways a fairly divisive show. In many ways,
Yeah,
if no other
we know
way.
why. We know why.
I'll tell you. Well, one reason
Yeah,
you've
you're
got
right.
the lead, who
No.
is the unknown sister of Spock at the beginning, and between the outfits, the ship, all of those things, it was like this show should have been put in the future, and only afterwards did they actually put them in a time frame that made sense. That to me was a really challenging thing, because the characters, the issues, so much of things were going on, and there was criticism of, I think, undue criticism for that. The show just didn't fit as something between Scott Bakula's Star Trek and the original to me. So you
Okay,
had
but
that. So you had done. But let
addressing
me.
that, let's just talk about the mechanics of it. This is the most sophisticated Star Trek ship. And it's supposed to be 10 years before.
The Discovery?
No. This
Oh, that's what we were talking
Strange New
about.
Enterprise.
So
Worlds
you're okay.
is
You're
Well,
bringing up
10
Enterprise and
years
something else.
before the
Okay,
original
got it.
Star
this
Trek.
Enterprise,
So
I mean, there is
that
a.
argument is kind of
No, I
but
agree with Dave
little
on this
bit
one.
whack
There's something
there
though.
when
Somehow this
And
give
show
me a
has,
break.
for me, has made it work. Maybe because they're wearing red, yellow, and blue uniforms, and so it looks like an updated version of the old show. But what I did, for better for worse, I'm gonna be very honest with who I am. When the first episode started for Strange New Worlds, and I'm like, oh, I love Pike, I love the cage, and this, you got number one, that makes sense. I counted this, and we mentioned this. We go back to the tape. I'm sure I was wearing this shirt. We'd count the people who were in it. And I said there were I was a little annoyed because there were more women than there were men in the cast. And that did bother me as someone
You
who's
were
looking for
annoyed?
things. I was a
Wow.
little. My first
Wow.
thought when I did a
Canon.
quick count was to
Wow.
say, because we've talked at times about this. It's like, isn't it great to have somebody that I can identify with, that's like me? Well, whether it's old movies where I certainly, people like me might have had far more of an advantage, I still want to see new things where I can connect and relate to people. And if there's predominantly more women than men, that reduces my options as looking for someone to
That's a
identify
crazy
with.
statement, but go ahead.
Okay,
Well, yeah, I
okay.
mean,
Now I
Wild.
can't believe this. I'm about to have a moment with Pam here. Just because we've had privilege in the past doesn't mean that the lack of it means that we've been anything taken away. I understand what you're
No.
saying though, David. Is that canonical? There was 10 people in this room, 9 were men and 1 was women, and then we have this thing that's supposed to be taking place at that point, and we've
Well,
somehow moved around so greatly, and which I agree with 100% as the right thing to do. But I understand it doesn't gel well. It gels even less well than maybe that they don't have push buttons and they have touch screens.
well,
Right.
So
that's certainly
Right.
the piece too. But let me
Right.
finish my one last comment on this before I'm fully banished. That was my instant gut reaction for that episode. And then what did I say at the beginning of our conversation of season 4? The pilot, and whose name escapes me right now.
Ortiz,
I I
Ortega.
love the
Eric
character,
Ortiz,
but that was my instant thing. Like, yeah, we could probably have like another dude in there, like a Sulu, etc.
she's
But
perfect.
that said, as I've watched the show from the first season through her little iteration as a Muppet, I love the character. I love the actor. So my initial, I'm being honest about this is what I saw at the beginning of this show. I thought, and I mentioned this in that first episode. There was an imbalance in male to female that I didn't like. But as the show went on, guess what? I didn't notice it and I didn't care because the stories were good, the acting was good, the characters were developed. If you give something a
Oh.
chance,
Ugh.
your position your concerns or issues subside when you are confronted with good quality work, with good writing and good acting that brings characters to life that you root for and enjoy, even if at your first thought, I can't connect with this character, or there's too many of this, too many of that. Then it's like they're all good and I enjoy it.
Well, and speaking of one of the characters I have just despised at this point is Scotty. I'm like, what have
Scotty's
they
awesome.
done to James Doohan's character and made this into a whiny little biatch? I'm just like, oh, this guy. He is petty and ridiculous. And when wasn't he court-martialed when he turned them all into puppets? That was some crazy work. But then we had a whole Dallas Bobby in the shower moment. So it was like, what the heck is going on with this show? Terrible. Terrible.
Who
But,
knows what Vulcan
people can
psychology deals
disagree.
with? I'm just saying.
But if you agree with me, give it a thumbs up. If you disagree with me, give it a thumbs down. and we will see what happens.
I would think
But
that'd be the other way around. If you
nope.
liked it, thumbs up, and if you
I know.
didn't like it, thumbs
Nope.
down.
Boo.
I think that's a
Oh, I
misleading
think
statement.
that
Just trying to
this show needs
fix the vote.
help,
I don't care, whatever.
and I'm glad that there are plethora of diverse voices and people in the show about the future rather than 98% of them being white males. So definitely, if you want to be disappointed, keep watching Star Trek
You all,
Strange
hey, to be
New
honest,
World.
you could all skip this one episode, and the rest of them are all really good.
Yeah, you don't need to see the
No,
Muppets.
they're
I mean,
probably
the singing one was delightful. The black and white one. I mean, they're trying new things, and I
They are
appreciate
doing
the
different
fact that
oh,
they
things.
are doing
Yeah.
strange,
it's
new, and they're also throwing some
and
worlds, and they're doing strange and new.
they're
And
strange.
what they did, as you're
Bad
watching this,
news.
different culture and the diverse cast, what you're doing is, in credit to the people at Paramount, which I won't say a lot, they gave us outstanding actors. They hired
Yep.
good people.
Yes,
They
they did.
gave them great dialogue. They gave them great characters to develop. And what you're watching is wonderful. And you can really appreciate and enjoy that because they've
Yep.
given us quality. And so you can, you
Okay.
can. There was quality. 2 out
You
of
can
3
say
voices.
that,
2 out of 3
but
doctors say we like
we
Three again
know
here. You know. Yep.
we
Here we are. 2 out
as
of 3
someone
again.
who has watched every season except
Same.
well, nope, that's not true. I didn't watch that Janeway mess. But
Oh, that was the best. Oh my God, you don't like Voyager? Oh, this is why I
didn't
can't.
watch it.
I don't listen to
So
anything you say about
it's
Star
the
Trek from now on, Pam. You're
60th
dead to me.
anniversary. We'll do a special show because I'm sure they're gonna have a celebration in
Best
September, I believe,
captain
the Star
ever,
Trek Day.
Janeway.
So they will do a
It's tough.
special, and we'll have like a special
True story.
episode where we go through and talk about our favorite series and our favorite episodes from all of the series. And we'll do that sometime around the anniversary. And that way, and you can chime in with what your favorites are as well. All right. Well, that's enough. We gotta go.
Pam's
And
done.
definitely next week we're gonna talk about lanterns. We're gonna talk about lanterns every week. And we're gonna cover that cute little pickleball, the last wave of the summer. We're gonna watch the Dink. And have some fun with that. Everybody will be probably going back to school this week, so enjoy going back to school. Please respect your teachers. Their job is hard enough trying to teach the knuckleheads and not have to go through what they have to go through. Pat, say goodnight to the people.
Good night, everybody. I'll see you when I see you.
Yep. All right. And Pat's going to be taking a little hiatus, but he'll be back with us soon. David, say goodnight to the people.
Everybody, it's great to be with you tonight. Thanks for tuning in. School has already started here in Hardin County, in my old Kentucky home. And just want to remind all you parents out there to encourage your children. Don't climb up into the ceilings and try to hide from your teachers and then fall through and have to be helicoptered out to a major hospital. Because if you do, not only die, but you'll definitely be known as a dumbass. So the 7-year-old child who did that, don't do that again. And to the teachers and parents, keep an eye out so the children don't do stupid things like attempt to be John McClane in the ceiling. Good night, everybody.
And don't put your hands on the teachers, because these teachers are not like they used to be. You might catch a fade. But enjoy.
And a nap.
You might take a nap. Unwanted. So definitely, we'll see you next time. Take care.